NAZ Today. Citizens of Flagstaff help save lives today at a local blood drive.
Myth or fact, we'll let you know the truths about this season's flu.
And meet a loving furry friend who's waiting for a home at the Humane Society.
Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm community anchor Randy Fendley.
And I'm student anchor Aurelia Quaddy. Thanks for joining us.
The holiday season is one of the most important times to donate blood, and the Flagstaff Symphony Orchestra is once again partnering with United Blood Services to encourage people to come out and donate blood. Mason Agnew has the story.
United Blood Services feels so fortunate to be able to partner with the Flagstaff Symphony Orchestra every November. They have offered every November donor a voucher for a free ticket to their January 17th concert in appreciation for donating blood and building Thanksgiving holiday blood supplies. We just want people to be very mindful that there is a greater need this time of year. More people are on the roads and highways. It's more difficult to schedule donating blood in when you're thinking about your holiday plans.
Donating blood is one of the easiest ways to save a life, and nobody knows this better than Kelly Miner, a two-time cancer survivor and a major supporter of donating blood.
Kelly is a young lady that we met about 10 years ago. She had been diagnosed with leukemia and required 131 blood transfusions. Kelly has launched a personal goal to attract 1,000 blood donors for patients between now and April.
The reason for my goal is because I had leukemia twice, so this is my chance to give back and stand up and make a voice for people that are in the hospitals. I want to hopefully meet or exceed, just to challenge people out there to go out and donate.
And you know, there are kids across Arizona that rely on those life-saving blood transfusions, especially during the holiday season.
For NAZ Today, I'm Sierra Ferguson.
If you would like more information on donating blood, visit our website at naztoday.com.
NAU received a grant to give recent college graduates the opportunity to work for Child Protective Services. The state of Arizona is providing NAU $5 million to provide new caseworkers to CPS. The money will be used over a span of 5 years for program costs and tuition reimbursements. However, only social work students will have access to the funds. Graduates have to remain CPS caseworkers for a period of time in order to receive tuition reimbursement. NAU's partnership with Arizona will create a new CPS degree track for social work students.
NAU was recently awarded a $1 million grant to educate American Indian principals to work in American Indian schools across the nation. The U.S. Department of Education gave the grant to support a 4-year project to increase the number of American Indian principals for Indian schools. Joseph Martin is the principal investigator of the grant and an NAU professor, and says teachers must have the desire to become principals. Teachers in the program will have their college fees paid for and can even take some classes online. Martin says there is a critical need for a preparation program that trains Indian principals to lead improved instruction and school change, not just manage budgets and buildings. Almost every study of Indian school improvement points to the need for strong academic and appropriately focused principal leadership. Over 40% of American Indian students do not graduate from high school due to the lack of guidance and support. For candidates who are interested, please visit naztoday.com for more information.
With temperatures dropping as we enter the winter season, more and more people are becoming sick. But because of so many misconceptions when it comes to cures, many are left confused on what path to take in hopes of getting better. NAZ Today's Imani Payne went out to get the facts on how to keep your family happy and healthy this winter.
Myths about the flu are everywhere. According to many experts, these misconceptions and rumors are just as hard to contain and fight as the virus itself. Today I'm here at Flagstaff Family Care Clinic to address these myths head-on and determine fact from fiction. If you've ever had the flu, you know just how sick you can get. Chances are that some of the advice friends, family, even your own mother gave you about avoiding or dealing with the flu was wrong. Contrary to popular belief, you cannot catch the flu from going out in cold weather without a coat or going into it with wet clothing or wet hair. The only way to catch the flu is by being exposed to the virus, and cold weather will not make you any more prone to catching it. There are some simple preventative measures, however, to help you stay on the safe side.
I think some studies have shown that vitamin C can be effective in preventing illness. It's hard to know whether in a specific person taking vitamin C or drinking orange juice will be helpful. The best way to prevent getting the flu is to wash your hands frequently during flu season because it's contagious.
That it is. So if you still happen to contract the virus, it is possible to receive a flu vaccination, which after receiving takes about 2 weeks to be fully effective. The vaccine is made from an inactivated virus that can't transmit infection. So it is not at all possible for you to catch the flu from the vaccine, laying that myth to rest for good. Dr. Martin tells us why, in spite of the misconceptions, it's still important to go out and get your flu shot.
People die every year who are otherwise healthy after getting the flu. Everyone thinks it won't happen to them, but it could. So it's really important for anyone over the age of 6 months to get a flu vaccine. There's been a 700% increase in the flu activity since last year. So there's a lot more cases than they were earlier than last year. I would encourage everybody to get their flu shot.
6 months sounds a little early to be worrying about the flu, and while the widespread belief is that the people most likely to become seriously ill or die from the seasonal flu are over age 65, the virus can become risky and potentially dangerous for anyone, even children.
Children are actually very susceptible to developing flu, and there are cases every year of otherwise healthy children actually dying after getting the flu.
If you have any of the following symptoms, runny nose, fever, or severe body aches, Dr. Martin urges you to see a doctor to receive an antiviral, because after all, health is a huge priority, and that's no myth. For NAZ Today with videographer Will Purnell, I'm Imani Payne.
And for more information on clinic locations where you can receive your flu shot, visit our website at naztoday.com.
Today is an official holiday for Native American Indian veterans. U.S. Representative Ann Kirkpatrick established every November 7th National Native American Indian Veterans Day. The resolution honors the service of Native Americans in the armed forces during Native American Indian Heritage Month. Flagstaff's Humane Society is looking for homes for some of their older dogs.
And Snowbowl hosted their annual job fair yesterday. We'll bring you the details next.
Good evening, I'm student forecaster Alexa Dumidi. A beautiful day out today. We have some of the highs across the state. 62 here in Flagstaff, 61 at the Grand Canyon, 73 down in Sedona. While it's warm here though, there's a big typhoon out in the western Pacific. Meteorologist Lee Bourne has more coming up.
Snoring can be more than a mild annoyance. It could be a sign of a much deeper problem with your sleep pattern. If you suffer from sleep disturbances, trust the Mountain Heart Sleep Center in Flagstaff for effective treatment. With a full-time staff led by Dr. Stephen Marks, your corrective care is immediate with no need for a referral. And they're the #1 accredited sleep center in northern Arizona. Mountain Heart Sleep Center, for a good night's rest.
Hi, I bought Pepsi Next.
What's Pepsi Next?
It's the latest cola from Pepsi. It's got real cola taste, but 60% less sugar.
Real cola taste, 60% less sugar.
Yeah, I know.
It's unbelievable.
But this is the most impressive thing I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Oh, definitely. Let me get the camera. I've never had anything like it. My parents are gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna be so proud.
Pepsi Next. Drink it to believe it.
Modern Grove Neighborhood Eatery and Market defines the heartbeat of our local community by bringing together the food and families that call it home. Modern Grove, located on South Milton Road, open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Come enjoy the aroma and taste of our homemade bread, pizzas, and much more. Sit outside on our patio for a relaxing afternoon beverage.
End.
Are you looking for a new pet? Would you like a dog who is calm, older, and smart? Then we want to introduce you to a sweetheart. Meet Margaret. She's about 6 years old. She was a stray dog that someone brought into the Coconino County Humane Society about a month ago. She's one of several dogs at the shelter awaiting adoption. Where it is, it can be a challenge to adopt older animals like Margaret, but look at her. She is extremely smart, loves people and children. She loves to go on walks and play. Adam Collado is an animal control officer, and he's especially fond of older dogs like Margaret.
Margaret, she'll find a good home. She's a sweetheart, and she just needs to find the right person, and I'm sure she will.
Margaret is up for adoption. The fee is $90, and that small fee includes spaying her, all of her shots, and a checkup with a veterinarian. Collado also reminds you to spay or neuter your pets, and there are several discounts available to help with the costs. In the meantime, visit Margaret, the lovely black lab, now at the Humane Association.
A school bus collided with an SUV early Thursday morning in Prescott Valley. Prescott Valley police say 2 elementary school students on the bus and the SUV driver were injured in the collision. The students' injuries are reported to be minor, but the condition of the 58-year-old man driving the SUV is not known at the moment. The other children on the school bus were taken to school.
And did you notice any smoke outside today? Well, it wasn't a wildfire, but a prescribed burn by the Coconino National Forest, referred to as the Peat Project. The burns were set to take place north of the San Francisco Peaks earlier today. Smoke was expected to be seen up to 3,000 feet in the air and drift northwest, but settle over the night. Prescribed burns are meant to help reduce the risk of possible severe wildfires while minimizing smoke impacts on local communities. The Coconino National Forest coordinates prescribed burns with partners of the Ponderosa Fire Advisory Council along with neighboring forests to reduce the impact of smoke. Yesterday was Snowbowl's annual job fair, a single day in which applicants come from all over Flagstaff to interview for seasonal positions. NAZ Today reporter Mason Agnew went up to the job fair to see what kinds of impacts these jobs will have.
Jobs at a winter resort like ours can be anything from parking lot attendants to restaurant employees, bartenders, waitresses, waiters, all the way up to experienced mechanics for lift operations, to ski patrol, ski instructors. We run the gamut and have a wide range of opportunities for individuals.
Snowbowl's annual job fair attracts hundreds of applicants, in some cases over 50% of which are return employees. Snowbowl cites its fun atmosphere and flexible work schedules for its employees for its retention rate.
And just make a huge hire, because we go from anywhere from 60 employees year-round to almost 600 in the season.
Although this ski lift isn't currently operational, and there's barely any snow on the mountain, pretty soon, in about 3 weeks, Snowbowl's 500 new seasonal employees will have Snowbowl up and running for the winter season.
We have to get them hired and get them trained ready for our first day, which is projected for November 29th.
In addition to the over 400 jobs offered to the community, Director Stratton says that Snowbowl has an additional economic impact to the entire region.
We also have an impact to the community from our customer standpoint. So it could be restaurant dinners, it could be hotel rooms, it could be gas stations as our guests drive up from Phoenix and Flagstaff and all parts of Arizona. So it really is a large community economic impact, not just employment.
For NAZ Today, I'm Mason Agnew.
Find out from meteorologist Lee Bourne how our weather will pan out for the weekend.
And we'll update you on the world of sports coming up next. Stay with us.
I was an ordinary guy, but I switched to Suddenlink's new internet. And now I can't stop being awesome, because it's the fastest in town. Downloads, uploads, any kind of load. Everything just flows at speeds 13 times faster than phone company DSL. Even when the whole family is online, there's no buffering. With DSL, we were suffering. Yep, anything the phone company can do, I can do faster. Now that I have the next big thing from Suddenlink. Now that I have a house full of easy.
Live with a human for a while and you get to know a few things. Like, I know she does strange tricks for no treats. But the one thing I will never for the life of me know is how she gets so tiny and inside that box. Natalie, how do you get so tiny?
Tonight's NAZ Today weather is brought to you in part by Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac in Flagstaff.
All right, pretty gorgeous out there for November. 62 degrees our high temperature today. Temperatures across the state jumping up good 5-10 degrees from where we were yesterday. Well above average for this time of year. 54 is the average high for the state in Flagstaff. 20 degrees was our early morning low, a little bit below the 25-degree average. Quiet weather for us here. Not the case with a very strong typhoon moving out of the Philippine Sea into the Philippine Islands. It's historically one of the strongest typhoons on record. Here it is in a very distinct eye wall. This is the Philippine Island chain. These are the central islands of the Philippines, and actually the biggest island, Luzon, up where Manila is going to be spared the brunt of this storm system as it rolls through here. Now, this storm, as I mentioned, historical. And that is the way we measure the strength of these typhoons, and they're called typhoons when they're in the western Pacific Ocean. Obviously hurricanes here in the eastern Pacific and also in the Atlantic, but we measure them by the central pressure of these storm systems. It's a very violent, strong storm, and the central pressure of this storm is 895 millibars. Right now here in Flagstaff, we're probably at around 1,000 millibars. The lowest pressure ever recorded on Earth was with Typhoon Tip back in 1979. That was 870 millibars. And when they start getting below 900 millibars, it's what we call a bomb. This storm is just completely exploding here. And out in the Western Pacific, there's been a handful of storms of this strength. Never a storm system with this central pressure ever recorded in the eastern Pacific in our neck of the woods, and only 3 that have been this strong ever in the Atlantic. Max wind gusts with this storm system 201 miles per hour. Just wanted to point that out because it is so historical, and it's going to be a very devastating storm there in the Philippine Islands. Okay, we switch it over to our hemisphere, and nothing of the sort. It's very quiet. Here we are in Arizona. Some high clouds are moving through, and they will continue to do so overnight tonight, and that'll keep our overnight low a little bit more mild overnight tonight than we have seen the last couple nights. Storm track well up into the Pacific Northwest, and it's going to remain there. High pressure is anchored across the southwest United States, and this lovely weather that we see outside today is going to last right through the next several days, all the way through the holiday weekend, and right into the Veterans Day holiday on Monday. Current temperatures outside right now, it's 43 in Flagstaff, Prescott 58, 81 in Phoenix, 55 for you in Payson, and 47 degrees currently in Winslow. Okay, overnight tonight, partly cloudy with the high clouds, 22 degrees. Tomorrow, very similar to today, mostly sunny skies, 60 degrees. Just nudge temperatures down just a little bit out there tomorrow. Sunrise at 6:55. Statewide temperatures quite nice for this time of year. Sedona 73 just like today. Prescott 70 degrees. Payson 69. Winslow 68. Tuba City 64. And really not a whole lot going on in the 5-day forecast. We hover right around the 60-degree mark each and every day here in Flagstaff, all the way into the Veterans Day holiday. Overnight lows in the low to mid 20s, very seasonably cool nights and warm days. And for you down in Sedona, it is on the warm side for this time of year, mid 70s the whole way through, overnight lows in the mid 40s, going right into Veterans Day.
All right, thank you so much, Lee. Appreciate it.
You got it.
All right, and Brooke, I know you have the update on women's soccer.
Absolutely. We had a first playoff game for NAU soccer, and I'll have that for you coming up.
Hi, I'm Terry Markson. As seasons change, so does the inventory at Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac. But before we make room for the 2014 Cadillacs, we've still got a huge selection of brand new 2013s to choose from. Models like the powerful CTS, the ATS voted 2013 Car of the Year, the popular SRX crossover, and Cadillac's crown jewel, the Escalade. You can always count on our same relaxed, no pressure environment. Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac, real hometown value.
Look at me, hey.
Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Starting things off with NAU soccer, we have some big news as 9 of our Lady Jacks have made Big Sky Conference honors, 2 of which were first team, Alana D'Onofrio and Sierra Gamble. D'Onofrio was Defensive Player of the Year twice this season, allowing less than 1 goal every game. Gamble earned 13 points in conference play, which is tied for the most in conference points this season. Haley Wingender was the only player who made second team for NAU. Wingender led the team in shots with 26 and had 2 game-winning goals this season. 6 Lady Jacks were given Big Sky honorable mention this year, including Eleanor Priest after having an outstanding senior season, Savannah Berry, who had 7 points this season, goalie Lauren Weaver recorded a .89 goals against average this season, and freshman Danny Muniz. And both juniors Diane Buzzard and Sarah Tarver, who were vital to the team's success this season. Congratulations to these 9 Lady Jack soccer players. NAU actually had their first playoff game this afternoon against Weber State at 1 o'clock, and unfortunately their playoff run was cut short as NAU lost the game 3-0 today against Weber State. Switching to the track, the NAU men's cross-country team has won their 7th consecutive Big Sky Championship last weekend. Junior transfer Matt McElroy also won his first place in the Big Sky Championship as an individual, which helped the team take first place in conference.
You know, it is my second title, but I think this year it was bigger for the team to win instead of the individual title. I think that, you know, winning 7 Big Sky Championships, that's a big deal.
Matt and the team agree that their success comes from their head coach, Eric Hines, who has been leading the team for the past 6 years and was awarded with the Big Sky NAU Men's Cross Country Coach of the Year. The team still has regionals on November 15th and nationals November 23rd, but are looking for the national championship. But congrats to the NAU Men's Cross Country team on their 7th consecutive title. The Suns faced off against the San Antonio Spurs last night and made the Suns' record 3-2. Going into the second quarter with a tie game at 35-35, but Marcus Morris hits the 3, giving the Suns the lead. San Antonio with the ball now, but a 6 steal by Archie Goodman. He takes it down all the way down the court and dunks it in. Suns now up by 5. San Antonio with the ball. Tony Parker passes it to Tim Duncan, and he will get the layup. Game now 44-41. Score 44-43. Still in the second quarter, Spurs with the ball. Ginobili charges the basket with a nice jumping layup. Check out that shot. 48-47 now. Eric Bledsoe with the ball. Coming on with a minute left in the first half, Markieff Morris wheels it in, giving the Suns a 1-point lead, but the Suns will go on to lose that game 96-99. Moving over to the court, it's playoff season for high school volleyball, and Northland Prep has their first game tonight. The 4th seed Spartans take host to 14 seed Tombstone High School tonight at 7 o'clock. But the team to definitely keep your eye on is the Flagstaff Eagles. The 3rd seed Eagles will take host to 14 seed Payson High School tomorrow. The game is at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and you can find scores for both of these games at maxpreps.com. So we have playoffs coming up for high school. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Should be pretty exciting. And the Suns are now at 3-2, so.
But they're looking pretty good.
They're
I mean,
doing good
on the
now.
road in San Antonio, making it tight. It's pretty good showing.
Okay.
All right, well, we'll be right back.
For 20 years and with more than 65,000 success stories, Coconino Community College is vital to your future.
My name is Josie Escoto. Unlike most college students, I enrolled in CCC's Allied Health Program at the age of 45. And today, I work in the healthcare industry. When I become a registered nurse, I'll be giving back by helping those in need. And that's why I support Coconino Community College.
With your support, Coconino Community College will remain efficient, effective, and excellent.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised.
Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Ready to follow your dreams? Let Northern Arizona University chart your course with local classes at more than 30 campuses statewide.
My NAU is in the Valley.
My NAU is in Mojave County. Convenient, affordable, with accredited degree programs.
My NAU is in Tucson.
My NAU is on the reservation. The extended campuses of Northern Arizona University. Statewide, online, and in Flagstaff.
All right, welcome back. Stellar weather all the way through the extended forecast here. High temperatures running well above average for this time of year. It's all sunshine, light winds, and seasonably cool overnight. High temperatures right around 64 is here in Flag. Low mid-70s all the way through for you down in Stone. Overnight lows quite mild as well in the mid-40s. Big Veterans Day holiday on Monday. So big thanks to all the veterans out there.
Absolutely.
And check this out, a teen in Massachusetts is getting a lot of attention for his honesty after he found a bag full of cash and returned it. He credits his good deed to how he was raised.
1,247 to the paper.
At the Sheehan Home in Sandwich, the family rules are right there on the wall. Among them, always tell the truth.
I was walking my dog Cooper, and I saw these bags in the middle of the road.
It was Halloween night on this road when 13-year-old Jack came across 2 Stop and Shop bags and then a paper bag filled with cash.
I was just kind of like, that's a lot of money. I should probably do something about this because someone probably needs that.
What he did was immediately call his mom, Jennifer, who said, bring it home.
My first thought was that it was probably part of some Halloween costume or something. And then he brought it home, and I looked at the stack of money.
It was nearly $1,300 in bills.
An officer came to our house and took the bags.
Using deposit slips and bank information, police were able to track the cash here to the Mashpee Country Store and some very relieved owners. One of them had put the bags on top of his car and then drove off. They didn't want to talk on camera, but the family who owns the store is incredibly thankful for a good kid. To just take the money, it never entered your mind.
I was raised well.
It's pretty cool to hear that from him.
Both Jack and his mom are surprised by the attention they've gotten. The result of an 8th grader obeying the rules, maybe it has a bigger purpose.
I think that people are inherently good. And for the few that maybe would be on the fence, then maybe hearing Jack's story would change their mind and send them in the right direction.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
All right, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Have a great night. But before we go, how cool was that story? Way to
It was
go, Jack.
awesome. Yeah, Jack, that was great, and hopefully he got a little reward out of that.
I hope so, too. That was excellent. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.